I have somewhere around 200 rental units. The majority of that's been within, I don't know, since COVID, probably.
Okay, go for it.
I jumped into the business. My whole goal had been to buy real estate. I started making good money as an agent. But part of it too was I started generating a lot of business and a lot of leads. And so I started my real estate team pretty early on. I think I was between 12 and 18 months in the business when I started the Moffett Group, which is still around today. It's just bigger.
You first started by a team. How did you start that?
A lot of my lead gen was through Zillow at the time. I wanted to go on vacation and I knew I couldn't take my leads when I was on vacation. And so I suckered a few of my friends into getting their licenses. And so they went and joined. So I had 2 people join up and they started taking my leads and I charged them a split on it.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of turnover on teams over time, but half our team has been on our team for 2+ years now. And we have people, my sister, I think you've met her.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's been with me for 8 years.
Wow.
So, whole career.
Your first year in the business, you did pretty well.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So the first year, that would have been probably 2016 was my first full calendar year. I made over $250,000. That's in Utah. And that was when homes were priced, like the median home price was probably in the 3s, 30 transactions. So I started realizing the first few months of 2015, just how the system worked. I was able to put my sales experience, contacts, calls, really just getting into it. And I focused on it and was able to do that. Now, the downside of it is I realized that the IRS always wants to get paid.
Yeah.
And so you make good money, but you pay out a lot. And that's one of the tricks in real estate, right? Is how do I get on the other side of it, own the properties and get the tax write-offs as fast as you can to offset all of the income. I took the new construction class, the course that you guys put together. It's my favorite real estate course I've ever taken. And I'm not just saying that. It was more in depth in the content than anything else. And it wasn't boring. And you get so exciting the whole time. But for me, especially as somebody who my whole goal was to learn about real estate and about properties, having the perspective of how is this built?
Yep.
Incredible. Like I didn't know that stuff. I probably need to go back through and refresh on it. But I do enough projects now with renovation work that I'm diving in. I have a base understanding now where I can focus on what I want to do. How do I improve insulation on a property? If this doesn't have a good HVAC setup, what are my options? I feel like now when I go into a project, and I can tell you about this one project I have right now, I'm closing. I signed today on a cabin and I got it for a great deal. It's up in a really pretty area by Park City, right on a river. I have 740 feet of river frontage, but like a lot of the stuff I buy, it needs a lot of work.
Yep.
So
told us real quickly, you bought a hotel.
Yeah, I still have it. It's been a good experience. If I could sell it today, I would sell it today if I could get what I want for it. But that's how I feel about any of my real estate.
Sure.
But it's because I learned that it's a business. A motel is a business. And I'm used to buying multifamily where I own a property. Right. And somebody pays me. It's not really the same.
A few more little details to keep this one alive.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's 2 big mines that are expanding out there. And so they're supposed to bring 5,000 workers over the next 5 years to build it out. It's a multi-billion-dollar investment. They're extracting trona, if you've heard of that mineral. It's used a lot in like EV technologies like solar panels and batteries. The other less fancy word for it is soda ash.
I've heard of that.
That I've heard, yes.
Yeah, so they use soda ash in a lot of things. The largest producer of it's in China, and it's all chemically made. Here we have the largest deposit in the entire world, Green River, Wyoming. And so I'm kind of hanging on for that because it's a boom or bust type of area. But as you're investing in real estate, you start learning these things that you wouldn't know without going through it. Mm-hmm. One example of that, and I was kind of joking about it with somebody today, is I own a drinking water company. You're not going to see my face on any water bottles or anything, but one of my mobile home parks has a well, and there's enough people on the well that I'm a small system based on the EPA and the state.
That's funny.
I'm sure you played Monopoly when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You know the benefit of owning a utility.
Yeah, it's so interesting because until you're diving into it, you just wouldn't know. But what's extra interesting is this cabin is on a well. So, guess who has been through all of these hoops learning about water and water rights? I have.
That's cool.
And
quick step forward. You've done a lot of flips.
Yeah.
and then you hold on to properties as your rental portfolio. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How's that
You
growing?
know, so
That's amazing.
one of the skills that I learned that I wish I would have learned earlier, or at least had an understanding of, was seller financing, because the rates have changed and increased. That's happened twice now in my my decade in real estate. We had it pre-COVID when Trump's first term, when rates started going up, and everyone hit the brakes. And we were like at not even 4.5%, and everyone's hitting the brakes. And I remember that, and I remember feeling like I missed my opportunity. And then, COVID came, and I bought a lot of stuff. I just went at it. I mean, rates were so low. We built a home, a primary residence, and we got a 2.5% 30-year interest rate.
Isn't that crazy?
I remember when a 30-year rate was touching on about 20%, and we the business of building and selling
And
homes.
the crazy thing is people were buying.
So my dad's an appraiser, and I told him, I said, yes, rates were a lot higher at that time, but homes were also a lot cheaper.
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's a
It's
different.
true.
I think what I've realized, my big real estate takeaway, is that no matter what the market's doing, there's always opportunity,
Yes.
That's right.
and it's just different. It's never the same. Even the times that it felt like it was the same, it was always changing.
That's such a
Yep.
great point. And of
Mhm.
course, we talk about that. Thank you for joining us. Every week, we share scripts, strategies, and real-world examples that help you grow your business. Your next steps? Grab the free AI new home and remodeling market analyzers, visit sellnewhomes.com for training, and hit subscribe. Your pipeline will thank you.